Hey everyone! I'm finally doing a vlog update. I know it's been a while. It's been a really busy couple of months with getting back to work and staying on top of my foot rehab. I am now 3.5 months post-surgery, so I've been doing my PT every day. I'm going to show you a little bit of what I incorporate into that. And I have regained a lot of mobility in my toe, not 100% yet, but it's getting there. It's definitely better than it was before the surgery. Let me show you kind of what I've been doing lately for that rehab. I always start doing about half an hour or so on the ground. I do a lot of work with my feet on the wall where I can really dissect my technique and make sure that I am using the muscles that I want to use through my mobility, and through that I'm incorporating techniques from the Postural Restoration Institute and from Integrated Kinetic Neurology to make sure that my pelvis alignment is going well, that I'm really using the proper muscles through my feet, that I'm unloading my back, which is always tight from all of the years of back bending. And I do a lot of little toe exercises, moving my toe around, and you can see from this that the mobility in my toe is so much better than it was pre-surgery. So very, very excited about that. And from there I move into just a little bit of spinal mobility. I'm mostly working on forward bending. Really the only back bending type thing that I'm doing is just working on my spinal segmentation and my control of the different parts of my spine in order to keep that movement healthy and juicy as I'm going through the rest of my rehab. I don't really need to be working on back bending right now. And from there, I'm doing some balancing exercises. And the balancing exercises I learned from some conversations I've been having with Eric Orton and Chris McDougall. And they are the authors of Born to Run 2, which is a running handbook. Christopher McDougall also wrote Born to Run 1, which is a book about running and how he learned to run and these amazing runners in the world. I read it a long time ago and thought, oh, that's so cool, it's a great book, but I'm never gonna be a runner. I'm not built for running because I'm hypermobile. But part of my goal with this is to have the strongest feet that I can possibly have, like stronger than they've ever been before. And part of that for me is running. I want to learn to run, and I want to see if I can get this hypermobile body with all of its broken bits out there running in a healthy way that feels good. So I had actually started running a few weeks ago as part of my rehab, and I was doing half an hour of 1 minute on, 4 minutes off, and I was running a bit slower, you know, like not really going over about 4.5 miles per hour. So it was more of a jog really than a run. And I used to always sprint. I would always do short sprints, and that was how I was running before. And then I had this great conversation, and Eric said, well, what are you doing in terms of your cadence? I was like, cadence, I don't know what that means. And he was talking about how even if you're running at a slower pace, you're not going super fast, that you want to keep your cadence, the number of times that your feet hit the ground, pretty quick. You want it at 180 BPM. And I was like, oh, that's cool. And I tried it, and it has completely upped my running game. I was immediately able to go to 2 minutes on, 3 minutes off, so double the amount that I was running, and I felt great, so much less pain. And this is really important for those of you out there who have joint pain or problems with running, especially if you're hypermobile like me, that if you're going at a slower cadence, and you can see this in the videos of me, when I'm running slower, you can see that I'm kind of sinking in to that step. I have time with my foot on the ground where I'm really sinking down, and I'm sinking into the foot, the knee, the hip, everything's kind of going down into the ground. And that's when I was starting to have joint pain, which is why I liked sprinting. But when I'm kind of out of shape right now, I don't really want to sprint. So by picking up the cadence, I can stay at that, I'm up to, 5 miles per hour now, so still very leisurely pace. But with this faster cadence, my feet spend a lot less time on the ground. There's no time for me to sink into my joints because I'm just springing off of them again. And because my body doesn't naturally have that springiness that some people have who are tight, I have to create it for myself with my muscles. So after half an hour of doing that, I'm sore. My muscles are tired, but they're sore in a good way, that I'm building strength, not sore in my tendons and ligaments and joints where things feel like they're, having that sharp joint pain that nobody enjoys. So I'm really excited. I'm now up to 2.5 on, 2.5 off, and that was a difference in just 1 week of improving my cadence. So I'm super grateful to Eric and Chris for bringing this new information in. And I know I've been promising a video on shoes for quite some time, and I promise it's just about to come up. My experience with supportive shoes, which is what I was told that I should wear as someone with arthritis, and what I did instead, which was go the exact opposite route and try the minimalist shoes. And the muscles that I've been building over the last few months has enabled me to be so far ahead of the game with Rehab, and I'm so excited about it. And I'm really excited to see what I can do with running and what it's going to be like to be someone who is flexible and is continuing to work my flexibility and also wants to run, because there's an idea that those two things are just completely diametrically opposed and can't coexist in one body. Or can they? This is my mission for this year, is to see, can I marry these two different things in my body at 47 years old? No, I'm 48 years old. Who's keeping track? All right, thanks for watching. I've got more updates to come. I've also got some workouts for feet coming up. So if you're curious what I'm doing, I've got some stuff for you. All right, thank you so much, everyone. Take care.